puede hacer esto, güey. No mames. Ya me hartó este hijo de la chingada. No mames.
Adiós, Albedo. ¿Para qué sirve? Bueno, no hay ningún bot. ¿What? ¡Ay, cabrón! ¡No! No sé por qué será que últimamente estoy dejando las cosas a medias. O presentando estos capítulos por partes. Bueno, hola chicos, chicas. Saludos, bienvenidos a un nuevo stream de, bueno, a la continuación de lo que jugamos en la tarde. Tuve que salir por emergencia. Una disculpa para los que se habían unido y los había dejado con la incógnita de lo que pasaba después de la presentación de Dehya, de Candace, de Sino y de Al-Hassan, que nos quedamos por ahí, que estábamos ahorita con Sino, pero luego nos detuvo un niño y que la chingada. Pero venga, ahorita vamos a continuar eso lo más rápido posible, porque no sé cuánto vaya a durar, cuánto vaya a tardar más esa misión. La última vez nos tardó como 5 horas terminar la misión de Arconte. Ya le dimos 2 horas, así que probablemente sean 3 horas lo que nos toca. Saludos, Pedro Wispe, bienvenido. ¿Qué tal? Ya mira, por tubo y por Twitch. Ahora, deme un momento mientras intercambio las ventanas. Ahí estamos. Menos mal no se continúa. Habla con Candace. Candace es como la persona que le tendría que confirmar a Sino lo que está pasando, ¿no? Esto, por aquí. Metámonos nuevamente en la historia. Vámonos. Sino le dice a Isaac que espere mientras van a la casa de Candace.
You're back already.
We just wanted to
La
confirm.
señorita tiene una cara bonita, ¿eh?
Do you know a boy by the name of Isaac?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isaac's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isaac was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive.
Vaya.
Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isaac thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isaac referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isaac hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isaac and patted him on the head. He even took Isaac to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isaac until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isaac woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However,
De
even
verdad
so,
se volvió loco.
Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad.
Ujú.
Seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Es posible que el abuelo lúcido fuera Nahida. Seguramente fue también la que alivió a los demás eruditos locos. A jugar por la cara de Sino debe de haber pensado lo mismo que yo.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate God watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No,
Oh.
nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Qué interesante. ¿Me arrastra directamente al diálogo? Hijo de la brega.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys!
Dice por acá Sergio. Estuve viendo Cyberpunk y la terminé. ¿Qué? Oye, Cyberpunk no lo habían estrenado no hace muy poco. Como que la semana pasada. Que lanzaron todos sus capítulos así de vergazo. Lo sé porque Oscar de Bollitos me estaba diciendo de que la pinche serie está bien buena y que la estaba viendo. Entonces, pues me dijo para verla, pero como son sus horarios, yo digo, me va a ser imposible. Además, yo ya estoy viendo otras series. No me digas que va a llover, maldita sea. Así que, pues, o sea, me dicen que todo el mundo me está diciendo que está buena y que la vea. Pero bueno, yo tengo mis tiempos también, yo tengo mis horarios y hay que ver si me hago un hueco para ver algo que no sea lo que yo ya estoy viendo. Dice, buena, Blasito, ¿cómo andáis? Bueno, ya te saludé en la tarde. Y perdón, Sergio, que me haya ido así introspectivamente, pero era una emergencia. Así que bueno, ya. Sí, la verdad está buena. Pinches anuncios a la verga, a la verde. Y sí, son 10 capítulos. Son 10 capítulos. Mira, igual y si por la duración que tiene, o sea, me dices que son 10 capítulos, igual y si la veo así tipo relámpago, en plan cuando me vaya a dormir o cuando recién despierta, cuando me vaya a almorzar, que siempre veo algo en YouTube y a veces ni encuentro nada y termino de almorzar y no encuentro nada, ahí tal vez me la ponga a ver. Mira, gracias por la información de que son 10 capítulos, porque ahí sí me motiva un poquito a, qué sé yo, en 10 almuerzos verme los 10 capítulos. No veas los spoilers, ok. Buenas, Pedro, ¿cómo andáis? Pues bien, y dime cómo te ha ido, Sergio. ¿En qué momento se gradúa el Sergio? ¿Son ustedes?
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa. Really? Wow. Thank you so much.
Encontraremos a tu abuelo sano y salvo.
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Hijo de la verga. Me faltaba nada para terminarla, ¿eh? Me faltaba nada para terminarla. Soy un reverendo... a ver. Deme un momento, voy a modificar el título. Voy a ponerle el título que tiene actualmente esta chingadera. En Twitch no. En YouTube. No, bueno, sí, en YouTube y en Twitch. Tiene que estar en los dos. O sea, 10 minutos nomás me tardaba. Y eso que sin contar ¿cómo se llama la...? Sin contar las tonterías. Bueno, ya me entiende. 108. Quimeras, ilusiones y engaños. No, es... el... Rey... Deshret. Y los 3 peregrinos. Capítulo 3, acto 4. Genshin Impact número 108. Son 108 capítulos ya que vamos jugando, ¿eh? El rey es con mayúscula, ¿no? Sí. Guardar. Ahora en Twitch vamos a cambiar ese título. En fin. Me faltó poco para irme del liceo. La verdad estoy esperando que ya termine. Sí. No la veas con familia. Tiene escenas de desnudos. Es para avisar. Bueno, somos mayores de edad, así que... no me importa si sale un... si sale un pito o si sale una... ya, ¿me entienden? Pero bueno, está bien. En caso de que pues igual la tenga en pantalla y sean menores de edad los que están alrededor mío, igual y si me controlo. A ver. Una vez modificado el título, continuemos. El rey Deshret y los 3 peregrinos.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
¿De verdad? Hola, señorita. Chani.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Oye.
Don't change the subject.
Oye.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
You also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa?
¿Quién puta vas a molestarme? Vete a la verga.
Little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house.
What?
He was doing something with his hands on the ground.
¿Protegió su casa?
It feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well,
¿Cómo?
whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Esa tipa se le veía húmeda en la pierna izquierda, ¿eh? Digo, ¿qué?
More speed.
Hola, buenas tardes.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
Poquito más de barba y bigote y me parezco a ese
You're
hijo de
looking
puta.
for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy. Okay, thank you, sir.
¿Qué sucede, Zaino?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Oye, este tiene oídos de perro, ¿eh? Es que, güey, me está... Es la tentación, ¿eh? La... Sayo. Chale, es que Sayo, güey. Puta madre. Ya, se me quitó la tentación.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's
Ay,
resurrection.
cabrón. ¿Cómo que sacrificio?
Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
A la verde, a la verde.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oye. Tranquilo, hombre.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land.
Antes
I'm not
había
making
leído
this
sobre
up.
esto.
I swear.
Antes había leído sobre esto.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's
Keep talking.
true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life.
Huh.
Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Así que así
Seems
es.
like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Creo que lo que odian sobre todas las cosas es la academia.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
¿Radical?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
Ah, sí se
I
saben
have
los
many
nombres.
ways to stop you from talking, and many others to stop you from sending warning messages.
A la verga, a la verga.
So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody.
A la verde, a la verde.
Anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
A la verde, a la...
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Tenemos suerte de no ser tus enemigas, sus enemigas.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Más razón todavía para ponernos de su parte.
I heard that.
XD.
Sorry.
Perdón.
It's part of being a Matra.
Ay, ¿cómo
The
así?
rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
¿Y si vamos a la casa de esos eruditos? ¿Casas? Quizás encontremos alguna pista allí. Oye, junten las
Very
opciones. Es lo mismo.
Isaac!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Oh,
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
ok. Es que... Ay, Dios mío. Personajazo, ¿eh? Chesino, la neta, pero Kusanelli lo vale más.
Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my
Carajo.
real grandpa. Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
¿Tú ahí?
There sure isn't much here.
Ese olor. Si no notas ese olor a incienso.
No.
¿No?
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Vaya, no puede ser otro.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
Es Paimon, por
There's
favor.
a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tanari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
Cierta viajera que Paimon conoce se desmayó una vez por ese olor. Por suerte, Tigneria acudió en su rescate ese día y después nos dio una buena clase sobre los efectos del incienso.
So, you know Tainari?
Hey,
Huh? You know him too?
Hey.
Are you two friends?
Yes.
hey.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
No me llevo bien con este olor.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, fue en un bosque donde una erudita estaba meditando.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Sigamos buscando más pistas. Será más eficiente si vamos por separado. Sigamos buscando. Busca pistas alrededor. Ok. ¿Qué? Examinar huellas. Se ven algo distintas. ¿Qué tiene o qué? Mira un hongo. Observar tienda. Parece que alguien ha estado viviendo aquí todo este tiempo. Mercancía. Hay todo tipo de productos de primera necesidad.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is.
¿Qué?
Take a look right here.
¿Qué es eso?
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, from the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant.
¿Quieres decir a alguien más?
In the direction of the door.
¿Estuvo aquí?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Para traerlo.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Caes en ese truco todo el tiempo, Paimon.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly.
Eh.
Fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover.
Bueno, ya tiene sentido.
Deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Por la resurrección del Rey Deshret.
Are the rumors really true?
Es lo único que sabemos por el momento.
The disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Perfecto. ¿Puedo ir por un teleporter? Yes. Aceleremos esto, que de hecho también me faltan las misiones diarias. Me falta... Ah, la bestia, me falta un chico de cosas.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better.
Oye,
That'd be my choice
oye,
too.
oye.
That, Candace? We've got a lot to tell you.
Espérate, no, maldita sea.
Welcome back.
Ah, era una buena captura. De hecho, ¿sabes qué?
Sam.
Fuera de aquí. Gracias. Para volver a ver esa escena. Che, diseños de personajes, güey. Están poniendo bien potentes. Ahora sí.
Right. The darker...
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Es que, güey, esas caritas, güey, no los supero. A la bestia, güey. A la bestia. A la bestia. Es que los veo y no, güey, no puedo. No, güey, es que no. Ay, que soy un tarado. Ahí está.
Ah, welcome back.
Deme un momento. Ahora sí. Continuemos.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
I'll hate them didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
Le cuentas a Candace y a Dehya lo que descubrieron durante la investigación.
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that
Es un plan completamente deliberado entonces.
Someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Ya.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip.
Ayudita.
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit,
El ladrón de las
the wide-eyed
cicatrices.
butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around
¡Barba de
these
chivo!
parts.
Yo no he escuchado su nombre antes.
These guys have
Oye,
one
oye,
thing
oye,
in
oye.
common.
Ese vato de ahí
That's
atrás.
being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing.
Vaya, vaya. Se fue.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
En el mundo real se le llama minorías, ¿no? Digo, sí, continuamos. Dehya. ¿Conoces de norte? Dehya. ¿Qué te pasa?
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten
Hey,
out.
Roberta.
The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
¿Qué?
I need
¿Sí?
to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Oigan, ¿qué clase de lavado mental le están aplicando aquí con todos los personajes? A Hasen, Sino, Degia, Dottore, la misma Nagida. Me están lavando el cerebro.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
¿Otra vez? ¿Se fue? Oh. Oh. Y esa miradita. Cosas. ¿Y ustedes dos qué? Discutiendo, yo soy el más querido en el banner. No, yo soy la más querida. Lumin. Saquen a Lumin. No, de hecho, no. Bueno, sí, ya. ¿Tengo algún personaje morenito? No. A la verde, es que no, ya, alguien sáqueme de la mente el gachapón, porque la neta, en algún momento le voy a tirar un por 10 así, ¿no? Y me voy a arrepentir. Bueno, ya. La neta sí les tengo ganas así, ¿no? Es un personajazo, What? Como sea. ¿Por qué no, no? Oye, esa mujer es altísima. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Aquí está. Sara.
Let's do this.
Ah, pero no le gana en altura a Sara. Interesante. Oye, Sara es gigantesca. ¿Era así me baja el cereal? A ver. Ya, fuera bromas, vamos a continuar. Tú.
What is the situation?
Fuímonos. Y veo que tengo algún logro por aquí. Completa quimeras, ilusiones y engaños, ok. Era ahí arriba, supongo, ¿no? Ya te vi. Ya te vi. ¿Qué es la chingada? Listo. Fuímonos a la... Esto. ¿El guardián desaparecido? ¿O el guardián desapareció? ¿Qué dijo? Déjame acceder al menú de misiones. ¡No!
Well, here we are again.
Yes.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Más o menos.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
¿Nosotros?
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control.
Dios
Nothing
mío.
Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha
¿Suena tan al mundo real eso?
almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Pero... Entiendo cómo se siente.
Thea, you're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure
Yo te quiero.
information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Oye,
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
ahorita que dije yo te quiero, me suelen decir que yo soy muy inoportuno para decir te amo o te quiero o cosas por el estilo. Porque es son situaciones, y sí me he dado cuenta de que, por ejemplo, serias y de repente te amo. Como Patricio, más o menos. Bueno, esa no es mi intención, pero el caso es romper el hielo.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
¿O no?
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Hola, es un placer.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Hablando en clave.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
¿O no?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
Oh.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Oh shit.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Ok. No me hagan seguirlo, por favor. Vamos directamente al lugar y ya está. Chinga la madre. La 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 la. Chinga la madre, ya me la cortaron. La música. Oh no. Patas.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a
Qué
place like
buen
this?
personaje, Dios mío. Oye. ¿Qué? ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Hola?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
A la verde.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
Pero si te lo acabo de decir también,
You got
¿no?
one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
Tuche.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic.
Tuche.
You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Okay.
Following order. Solidify.
Okay.
Teamwork is strength! Torn to oblivion!
Boom.
Shine down! There is no escape!
Impossible! How could you?
Bueno, llevo un arconte
What do you
conmigo.
think
Dos.
about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Písalo. Ahí lo pisó.
Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation.
Todo lo que digo en esta región parece que se cumple.
While you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Y los nombres que mencionaste.
You mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit,
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
Entonces, ¿quién es el villano con barba de chivo?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
De razón que se fue así de rápido.
He isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Váyala.
Wow, what a genius idea! What?
Vaya.
Expert mercenary for ya.
Barba de chivo.
Ah, you're too kind.
Hasta a mí se me hubiese ocurrido.
Playbook, if I'm honest.
So,
Literal,
that thing you were saying before,
About what?
¿Lo del muro?
about how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
No me pareces ese tipo de persona.
What makes you so sure?
Aquí no te ha contratado nadie, pero nos has ayudado.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Teleport. Lamentablemente. Porque había un cofre por ahí.
All of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
Oh yeah?
I'm questioning them. Why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Oh yeah? De acuerdo.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
¿Qué clase de interrogatorio es ese? Espera la mañana del día siguiente.
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this. All we have to do is wait for her word.
No. Pero mírala, ¿no? Ahí está. el pajarito ese, güey. Ya. Perfecto. Me gusta. Ay. Decía. Si vienes antes que Eula, yo sí te saco, ¿eh? Ay, pendejo.
Candace is an...
Cállate. Mira una mariposa. No.
Right on time.
¿Alguna novedad?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Ya.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Mira, un negro.
Oh, Sino's here. He's pretty early too.
Che, Paimon.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Hola, buenas tardes. Oiga, no quiero pistaches.
just some more
No,
sweet
gracias.
methods?
Pistaches. ¿Qué hace? Crece. Se reproduce y muere. Me gusta la parte donde muere. Digo, ¿qué? ¿Qué tal, Jamster? Hey. Anda su mágico, era. No. Esas cosas te hacen volar. Espera, ¿realmente son pistaches? ¿Y por qué están verdes? Digo, ¿qué? ¡Vámonos!
Right.
Come on
Che,
in,
Jamster.
everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Let's go inside. A ver, la morenaza. Oye, no me dejas. Ay, cabrón. ¿En serio? Todos entran menos yo. Me parezco ya a las bolas. Estoy enojado, oiga. No. ¿Qué te pasa?
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
¿Se ve furiosa? Yo la veo con la mira de decir, ah, no, espérate, sí
Do
está
I?
furiosa.
What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners
¿Con
of your
misuras? De hecho, es que la sonrisa... No tiene la sonrisa pícara que siempre carga. Pero no quiere pistaches, oiga. ¡Es que no! Oh, está bueno, pues. Sí, Jamster.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
¿Y ahora qué pasó?
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
A la verde. A la verde. Oye, esas curvitas que están por ahí. Ok, no, ¿cómo andas? Pues aquí un poquito disfrutando de la narrativa de este juego. La neta, en historia, el Genshin suele ser muy pesado, es decir, con el texto, pero al menos me saca sonrisas. Mírala. Es que ya está alegre, hombre. O sea, ya está en su modo... Bueno, ya. Acá andas a aprenderlo.
You fear death
Ya no.
yourselves. Yet you
Ya se
do
le
not
quitó.
hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the village keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
Te lo buscaste tú solito.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one.
Putin no piensa igual.
The
Digo,
people of Aru village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford
modo
to shoulder.
Minecraft.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's
¿Dónde había escuchado esto ya? Que habían sido rumores que se esparcieron en una taberna y luego la gente comenzó a creerles. ¿Cómo?
They give their lives and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again and you'll regret it.
A la verga.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
¿Dónde están los guardianes de la aldea ahora?
I'm not sure.
No estoy seguro, pero...
That's one.
Ahí va uno.
Huh? One what?
Strike.
Un error.
You get a total of 3. Then...
¡A la verde!
You die by my hand.
Este güey no...
I'm telling the truth.
Personajazo.
I don't know anything. It was all him.
¡Ching!
2.
¡A la verde!
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Hey.
You gotta believe me, please.
Hey.
I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
La puta impresión que tienen. Ya le pasa al niño chiquito. Se me hace raro escuchar un juego con estética anime que hable en inglés. Bueno, yo tal vez igual, pero yo me acostumbré a escucharlo en inglés, así que... Además el doblaje no está tan mal. O sea, sí, podría estar mejor. Y el japonés lo supera en muchas cosas. Pero el inglés no está mal. Además me ayuda a comprender un poquito más el inglés de manera... sería error decir audiovisual, pues, pero es así. O sea, audio por lo que estoy escuchando en inglés y visual por lo que estoy leyendo. Entonces ahí hago mis comparativas. Ah, mira, esto se expresa de esta manera y en español significa esto. ¿Sabes? De hecho, por eso es que me gusta jugarlo en inglés. Porque hay muchas cosas que no tienen texto, que hablan los personajes y que luego yo los traduzco y puedo entender a la perfección lo que dicen los NPCs, por ejemplo. Lo que dicen los personajes cuando están en idle. Cosas que no tienen subtítulos, por así decirlo, los puedo entender a la perfección. Y si están en japonés, pues no les entiendo ni jota. También me puede ayudar el tema del japonés, leerlo en español, pero es que el japonés es mucho más complejo. Y eso que estoy aprendiendo japonés. Y ya no quiero.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
¿Es la verdad? Hijo de la... No tiene... Sí, Chesino, el tocino ese. ¿No tienes alguna idea de la identidad de ese hombre misterioso?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King.
Lleva una capa y siempre tiene cuidado. Lleva una capa.
I may know what's going on.
¿Escaramucia?
What do you mean?
Cubre su rostro. Tiene capa. ¿Escaramucia? ¡A la bestia!
Smooth.
Okay.
3.
If my suspicions are correct,
Anda.
they speak of could be from the academia.
Los dejo inconscientes porque no escuchen. ¿Qué hijo de puta? Venga.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
A ver.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not
Ya.
the academia again.
La academia está moviendo de manera rara sus fichas. Qué raro, ¿eh? En Sumero, Cetaria había mencionado que la resurrección del Rey Deshret es una campaña de desinformación de la academia.
Just as I thought.
Ah.
But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
Dios mío, el sino este.
Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Okay.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
Okay.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Vale. Continuemos, que esto se está poniendo interesante, muy interesante, la verdad. Llantos en el hospital de Eleazar. ¿En el hospital? Hey. A ver, vamos. ¿Qué tienen que decirme los personajes? A ver.
You look worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village,
you have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Interesante.
I just hope everyone's all right.
Gracias, anciano.
What scheme is the academia brewing now?
Gracias, si no. Muy corto de palabras, pero ok. Vale, continuemos. Esto ya está llegando a ponerse interesante. Cada vez mejor. Al-Hassan.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa!
Whoa!
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
¿Cómo?
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
A la verde.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Ay, Dios mío. Adelante, no te voy a detener.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
XD.
Nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter.
Uh-huh.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
¿Nos está dando tiempo para pensar?
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
What?
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Tienes razón. A ver.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But, before that, you need to understand where...
¿Presentarles a alguien? ¿A quién?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing?
¿Ah? ¿Qué chingados perfect timing, Vlad? Tenemos tiempo para pensar. ¿Modo chino? No. ¿Qué?
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
¿Cómo?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons.
Ocultar no es lo mismo que mentir.
It is said, most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the
A los de la aldea, pues, ¿no? Porque los de las aldeas son neutrales.
By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are
Claro.
concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
Entonces encontraremos más información preguntando a quienes ya conocemos.
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously
Among
keeping
us?
you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce...
Anda la osa.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You...
Es la que se le está humedeciendo la pierna izquierda, ¿no?
Change the subject.
Sí.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's
Sí.
and strength.
Ya, no es que se les está humedeciendo la pierna izquierda,
Asking about the
sino
I
que...
mean, the mad scholars.
Vaya.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
LOL.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on.
Este vato, güey. Leer línea por línea, güey.
Her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past.
Va a analizar línea por línea, es en serio.
Long ago.
Me acaba de... Me estoy dejando como un estúpido.
It became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Ya.
Then why would she lie?
Porque... no quiere que pase nada en la aldea.
Outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that
¿Seguro?
she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
Buen razonamiento. ¡Wow! Tomamos eso como un plot twist, porque yo en la neta me estaba burlando de la chica ella. Llamemos a la puerta.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Claro, hola, Shani.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No. Ahora sí, definitivamente, no.
Why's that?
Porque solo traerá conflictos.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Una pregunta muy ambigua. No puedo prometerlo, pero haré lo mejor que pueda.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side. Neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Naturalmente, Paimon.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone.
Anda. Entonces sí, se topaba con ellos.
I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham.
¿Ya se lo había dicho a él?
I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes
llantos extraños.
Sounds in the night.
There are ghosts.
Oye, Paimon. ¿Cómo que puede ser?
Sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance and always carries very raw emotion.
Uy, esto se puso tenso de un momento a otro.
Since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often.
Bueno, no tenso, sino
It's much quieter. I have to focus
creepy, no
really
sé.
hard to make it out.
¿En serio?
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
¿Sabes de dónde vienen esos los sonidos?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital
¿Hospital?
not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
No me jodas, espérate. Hospital, Eleazar, y ahorita que está Dottore, y está viendo lo que le pasó con Ley. Tenemos que ir a ver a ese hospital. No sé si estás tan emocionada, Paim. Me huelo cosas muy malas. Malas. Ese teleporte no... Lo activo de paso, ¿no? Pinche historia. Hola. ¿A dónde vas? Casa al-Shifa desolada. Wow.
Sounds good to me.
¿Really? Casi. Ahora sí, ya firmaste. Te tocó boleto. Pon aquí. 20,000.
Beg for mercy. Crush
Por babosos. A ver,
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Monsters, watch out!
He roto a los enemigos. Hello. Piedra. A la bestia, sí es el... Me los chingué, creo.
Crush.
Oye. ¿Se murió?
Shudder.
¿Cómo que refuerzas?
More speed.
¿Tú qué, hombre? A ver, aquí. ¡Ay!
Shine down. Beg for mercy. Crush.
Perfecto.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
¿Qué esperabas?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, something like that.
Dentro.
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
¿Es este? Dentro.
Let's go in and take a look.
Revisan cuidadosamente el hospital abandonado.
Hey, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh?
Física.
When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its
Física.
natural trajectory?
Física. Movimiento natural, movimiento perpetuo, movimiento influenciado, física.
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Nice.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
La expresión de Alejandro también es que es muy graciosa. Deberías leer un libro de vez en cuando. Tal vez es hora de que crezcas y te vuelvas más culta.
Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging people to focus on their studies.
Ay, ay, ay. Me acaba de dar un tuche a mí. Mientras más aprendes, más dinero puedes ganar, así que así me mantienes.
Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon?
¿No es lo que estoy haciendo ahora?
Oh, right. Okay then. Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere. Thank you.
De nada. ¡Ah, la verde! ¡Qué pendejos! La neta, qué pendejos personajes, me encanta. ¡Quita mouse de ahí! Ahí está. Se hace de noche.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
What?
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is.
What?
It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh.
¿Cómo pasamos de un momento de risas a lloriqueos, eh?
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
Bueno, sí que se puede bajar. What?
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Bueno. Investiga los monumentos elementales que hay por el hospital. Ok. Ahí hay uno. Necesito... adentro. Este es un buen equipo. De hecho, si Fischl no va mínimo ataque, bueno, de recarga que vaya mínimo ataque, ¿no? Creo yo. Oh, mira. Comida. Puta wea. ¿Y ahora qué? Me las cula. Chingada madre. ¿Y eso cómo se desbloquea? Hola. Oh, amiguitos. Eran los refuerzos del enemigo. Hola. Dos. Ponte al tercero. Descúbralo. Encima de... Espera, probablemente esté aquí encima. Espérate. Wait. La madre, por aquí no puedo subir. O por aquí detrás. Mira, míralo. ¿Qué suena? Poltergeist. Pájaros. ¿Así tan rápido? Antes de que me asesine por esas tonterías. ¿Puede pasar? Me suicide, mejor dicho. Entra al nivel inferior ahorita. ¿Cómo? En algún lado hay una llave. Vamos a ir a ver abajo. ¡Zoom! Hola. Aviso de urgencia. Paciente. Abbas. Varón. 23 años. Tiene un lunar en el lado izquierdo de la frente. Zurdo. Aunque su condición sigue siendo muy grave. Será difícil que sobreviva sin atención médica profesional. La posibilidad de sobrevivir del paciente se debe informar inmediatamente en cuanto se conozca. No te rindas, sea optimista. Todos los seres vivos se encuentran bajo la protección divina. No deben rendirse. El resto del documento se ha deteriorado con el tiempo y no es legible. Perfecto. ¿Qué? Seguir una dieta equilibrada, descansar con regularidad y mantener el buen humor. Lunes. Sí. ¿Otra vez? ¿Turnos por semana? Inmediatamente el técnico de turno. Martes. Lunes Ibrahim. Martes Dottore. Miércoles Amudi. El resto está en blanco. Hola. Para Abin. Están marcadas en el fondo, pero me parece que fue un regalo para alguien con ese nombre.
Look, there's someone over there.
Hay que tener cuidado.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
Huh?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem.
¿Cómo?
Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
Entonces, ¿por qué está así?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late.
¿Cómo así?
Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
¿Eso se debe a las manchas?
There are drag marks on the ground.
Sí.
They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Ya el vato este que enloqueció, ¿verdad? Por la piedra de conocimiento.
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Más o menos. Sí, ese preciso men. El tipo de los eremitas que se volvió loco.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia.
Pero...
As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible.
Perhaps
the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
Nope. ¿Cómo conoces ese tipo de tecnología?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects.
Entiendo.
Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
No, no es posible. La mayoría de los eruditos que se han vuelto locos han estado en contacto con la conciencia divina dentro del bosque. Eso es lo que busca la academia. ¡Claro! La mayoría de los eruditos que se han vuelto locos han estado en contacto con la conciencia divina dentro del bosque. Eso es lo que busca la academia. Es decir, la conciencia divina, el Irminsul. Por eso es que esos eruditos que han alcanzado la conciencia divina, o sea, que han visto el Irminsul, son los perfectos candidatos a que se les extraigan los recuerdos a través de las piedras de conocimiento, creo que así se llaman. Porque lo que le interesa a la academia es el Irminsul, no los conocimientos de los eruditos, sino lo que vieron los eruditos. Y claro, enloquecen porque al momento de extraer los conocimientos en las piedras, como lo manda la academia, es ahí donde se vuelven locos, porque el proceso, en el proceso ellos pierden la cordura, se vuelven locos. Acabo de conectar ya todos los sucesos. Incluso se puede decir que estos conocimientos están relacionados con los Fatui. Con el Doctor y con Escaramucia. Lo están usando para convertir a Escaramucia en un dios. ¡Oh! Las cápsulas.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
La academia necesita personas que hayan contactado a la conciencia divina.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
¿Para qué?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Lo está.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Tus intenciones son más específicas y personales.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Puede que rechace la idea de una mayor responsabilidad moral, pero justifica sus acciones porque son fieles a sus motivaciones personales. Quizás alguien así sería un mejor aliado.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
¿Weirdo?
You're probably right. Though I must say,
¿Por qué no mejor rarito en vez de bicho raro?
the odd one out. Uniqueness
Excéntrico.
is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
¿Tú crees?
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Bueno, ¿qué hacemos con esta persona?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru village.
¿A chinga? Llave. ¿Cómo? Ok. Una llave robada por un hurón enmascarado. Si existe una llave debe haber una cerradura que corresponde. Es obvio que que este hospital ha estado abandonado desde hace mucho tiempo, pero ¿qué más podría esconder? Eso no es lo que decía en la primera línea, ¿o sí? La neta sí parece que estoy jugando otro juego, ¿eh? Con la música esa y con los pasadizos estos. Me parece que estuviera jugando otra cosa. Ah. Pista de tesoro. Nombre del paciente, Abbas. ¿Otra vez? Básico a la hora de ingreso. Piel escamosa. Ay, cabrón, espérate. Profesión, agricultor. Estado básico a la hora del ingreso. Piel escamosa al final de las extremidades. Uy, esto es Eleazar. Úlceras varias en la espalda, el pecho y otras zonas del cuerpo. Debilidad en extremidades y dificultad de movimiento, Eleazar. El paciente presenta lucidez mental, pero tiene síntomas evidentes de fatiga, falta de sueño y de apetito. Médico responsable, Moody. Primera semana de hospitalización. Nuevas escaras. Al final de las extremidades y crecimiento de las úlceras. Apenas puede mover el brazo izquierdo y se queja del dolor. El paciente presenta lucidez mental, pero tiene síntomas evidentes de fatiga, falta de sueño y de apetito. Médico responsable, Moody. Tercera semana de hospitalización. Las escamas se han extendido por todo el cuerpo y varias úlceras presentan necrosis. ¡Oh, verga! Con solamente imaginarlo, hombre. El paciente ha caído en estado comatoso. Médico responsable, Moody. Novena semana de hospitalización. Necrosis ulcerosa controlada satisfactoriamente, sin nuevas escaras en la superficie corporal. El paciente sigue en estado comatoso. Médico responsable, probablemente Totore. 15ª, 15 semanas de hospitalización. Las heridas causadas por la terapia sustitutiva siguen sin sanar, incluso pasado todo este tiempo. No ha aparecido nuevas escaras en la superficie corporal. El paciente presenta debilidad en las extremidades y no consigue agarrar cosas por sí solo. Tiene fiebre y vómitos. El paciente presenta lucidez mental, pero está fatigado, duerme mal y es incapaz de comer. Médico responsable, probablemente Dottore. 21ª semana de hospitalización, 21 semanas. Hemos comenzado a controlar las escaras en la piel y se han recuperado las funciones en las extremidades. Tos crónica acompañada de sangre y propensión al desmayo. El paciente presenta lucidez mental y buen estado de ánimo. Tiene sueño y apetito normales. Médico responsable, probablemente Dottore. Eso de la LSR suena aterrador, ya sé. ¿Y qué pone en este otro documento? ¡Ay, cabrón! ¡Más texto! Abbas. Médico responsable, tal vez Dottore. Estado. Tras 20 semanas de tratamiento, la nueva piel y el nuevo brazo izquierdo del paciente. ¿4? Nuevo brazo. ¡Aching! No ha mejorado ni su apetito ni su sueño. Su estado mental sobrepasa cualquier parámetro normal. Se han producido varios intentos de abandonar la zona de atención. Declaró que su motivación fue la voz divina me guía. Se cree que el sujeto tiene tendencias delirantes. Es posible que la voz divina que describe tenga que ver con los fenómenos de resonancia en la estructura topográfica interna de las runas. Esto debería investigarse para evitar cualquier impacto externo y reforzar la supervisión. Protocolo de tratamiento. La segunda fase del experimento de Dottore está empezando a dar resultados. La siguiente fase... no entiendo. Objetivo de los órganos del sujeto 4. Tras un examen exhaustivo del sujeto 3, es el mejor material para la tercera fase del experimento de Dottore. Antes de la implementación de... es necesario... Se producen vómitos continuos y la piel... ¿Qué? Pero es normal. ¿Cómo que es normal? Debe prepararse al sujeto 4 con antelación para chin y mantener la circulación de chin. Tras finalizar lo básico de la operación, chin debe mantener en observación durante una semana. Si se observa una actividad fisiológica normal en los órganos, la propagación de las escaras en la superficie corporal se reduce y se recupera. La función de las extremidades puede procederse con las etapas siguientes del experimento de Dottore. Nota del médico. Todos los sujetos tienen algo en común, un nivel de concentración elemental anormalmente alto en el cuerpo, lo cual está correlacionado positivamente con la gravedad de la enfermedad. Tras el experimento de Dottore, los niveles de concentración elemental se redujeron y los sujetos informaron por sí mismos de una reducción en sus síntomas. Es razonable la hipótesis de que existe una relación causal entre los niveles de concentración elemental y la enfermedad denominada Eleazar. Deberán realizar más experimentos contrastivos para excluir factores de redundancia. Nota. El proceso de incremento de concentración elemental en el cuerpo humano podría ser dinámico y continuo tras completar los primeros experimentos de Totore. Durante un breve periodo de tiempo, los indicadores físicos del sujeto 1 tendieron a normalizarse. En una etapa posterior, debido al que no se había completado, la concentración elemental en el cuerpo del sujeto aumentó de nuevo y los síntomas empeoraron, lo que causó que el sujeto 1 falleciera, así como la imposibilidad de reutilizarlo en el experimento. ¡A la verde! ¡Oh, su máquina! ¡Ah, la medicina be like, güey! Es que esto ha pasado en medicina, ¿sabes? Y lo noto normal. Es que la medicina en antaño era muy cruel. Tenían que experimentar en humanos, digo yo, ¿no? Si no, ¿cómo se solucionaban las cosas? Ahora ya se experimenta tantito en animales. Y sigue siendo cruel, o sea... Así es la medicina. Conclusión. Debemos prepararnos para experimentos a largo plazo. No puede detenerse antes de que los síntomas del sujeto se controlen de forma estable. Que dada la naturaleza de los experimentos, debe existir un método para estabilizar el estado de anemia del sujeto. Podría intentarse eliminar... No entiendo. Siguiendo el nuevo método, la tasa de descarte de materiales se ha reducido significativamente. Los sujetos 2 y 3 han desarrollado cierta inestabilidad mental debido a una conexión asociativa con las cualidades internas fundamentales de... Tienden a atribuir su enfermedad a un castigo divino incomparable y consecuentemente consideran blasfemo aceptar... Esto es como una especie de tratamiento, ¿no? Como tratamiento. Interesante. Estudiar la neuroestimulación y las alteraciones cognitivas resultantes podría ser un tema de investigación en el futuro. Como consecuencia de los factores incontrolables mencionados anteriormente, finalmente, y por desgracia, el proceso que se detuvo en la fase 2. Sin embargo, estos dos sujetos han sido los mejores especímenes hasta la fecha. Resulta razonable creer que el desempeño del sujeto 4 tiene que ver con la calidad del material proporcionado por estos dos sujetos. Al final, cuando se completaron las 3 fases del ensayo, los síntomas del sujeto 4 desaparecieron por completo, lo cual demuestra que, si no se depende del poder de los elementos, es posible controlar el contenido elemental del cuerpo de una persona utilizando... hasta podría usarse como arma. Oh, por Dios. En el futuro deben haber más discusiones sobre la investigación de esta cosa. Los humanos tienen un potencial ilimitado, aunque puedan parecer una insensatez viniendo de alguien como yo que se dedica a la investigación. Con el aporte suficiente podría llegar al nivel de un dios, como le gusta decir al sujeto. ¿What? Quizás sea mejor que no lo entiendas, sí. ¿Tú lo comprendes? Lo único que Paimon entiende eso de la voz divina me guía. ¿Tú crees que, que las voces misteriosas guían a la gente? Podría ser fuentes de agua subterránea o actividad de criaturas. Así es, quién sabe, podría haber ruinas subterráneas. Estemos atentos a cualquier sonido. Antes de que yo naciera. ¡Ja! Nadie desea mencionar su nombre o recordar sus acciones pasadas. Ok. Bueno, qué buen interlude, la verdad. Un poco de trasfondo de Dottore, probablemente.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Tiene los ojos cerrados.
What's the situation?
What is the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, He's one of the people we're trying to find.
¿Cómo así? Le cuentas a todos los que vivieron en el hospital abandonados y las conclusiones a las que han llegado.
So,
Comida poligonal.
point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Ya.
Pretty much.
Ajá.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst.
A la verde.
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
¿Has descubierto algo?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
¿En serio?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham, since you were always acting alone.
¿Pero por qué?
You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Ajá.
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details.
¿Cuántos giros de tuerca va a tener esto?
The academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
Tu forma de actuar. Dios mío, la traducción de esta versión.
If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment.
What?
Everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation.
¿Cómo?
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination.
Bueno, espera.
All of this.
Oh, por Dios, esto es fuerte, el Akasha es una especie de Google Maps o Google básicamente, en el que aprende tu comportamiento, tus movimientos, y con eso puede predecir tanto la publicidad que te interesa ver, los sitios que podrías sugerirte a visitar. ¿Eso es lo que me está diciendo esto? De que basándose en la información que tienen de sí, ¿no? Están prediciendo sus movimientos, sus... Es fuerte, es muy fuerte. La crítica aquí a Google o cualquier servicio en la red está fuerte. Muchacho de los ojos tristes. Bueno, madre, tengo terrible gana de karaoke. ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Estás hablando de la privacidad de Facebook? Más o menos. La crítica aquí está muy fuerte, Aguas.
Predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think.
No se equivocaban.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
No te culpes.
Not like any of us would have known.
O sea, no es realmente culpa de él.
I have an idea.
Ajá.
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
Bueno,
There is
eso es
always
cierto.
an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
¿Dónde ha estado Sino?
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Te has vuelto más inteligente, primo.
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Wait! I want to go
No, Isaac, quédate.
You want to go too?
¿Va a venir?
So, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
Algo malo.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be
Algo malo va a ocurrir. Ay, no, ya hablé. Lo siento.
I leave him in your hands.
Cuenta con nosotros.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you! Paimon feels like we're missing someone.
¿Y Degia? Oye, ¿y Degia? Alcanza Sino. Ok. Dice Chino hablando de privacidad. Nah, ¿en serio? ¿Y ese Razer? Pues ya ves. Tengo terribles ganas de cantar cumbias. Cumbias. A ver. Tengo un teleporter ahí cerca, perdón. Pero está arriba. No importa, ¿no? A ver, vamos a ver. ¿Me llevas? No, no me lleva. Chingada. ¡Ah! 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 Qué cómodo es esto, ¿eh? ¿Tan buenas las cumbias hoy? Sí, ya sé, ya sé. Así que dirección tenemos que ir ahora. Tino, ¿recuerdas qué recorrido hiciste?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Es cierto que le prometí al Sebas que iba a loguearme en su cuenta. A ver. Para las protogemas.
There's something here.
Aquí hay algo.
What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
Está enterrado. Tenemos que hacer un poco de ejercicio y empezar a acabar.
We'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
Es momento de quejarse, Paimon.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
Después de mucho esfuerzo encuentran los objetos escondidos bajo la arena.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset.
Casco.
Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
El grupo se separa y comienza a cavar la arena. Por suerte no tardaste mucho en desenterrar otro instrumento cerca.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Ah, tiene sentido. Tiene sentido.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Dice... A ver, yo lo hago, pasa la cuenta. Pero... Seba es nivel 25. A diferencia tuya, que tú eres nivel... 55. ¿Qué le vas a quitar? By the way. Estos 4 están jugando probablemente juntos. O están haciendo misiones igual. Paimon, tú estás flotando.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Of course it is!
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Es un perro.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
¿Cómo?
We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
No, pendejo.
Hey, what are you doing? Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Pendejo.
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not
Otro plot twist, eh?
swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Otro plot twist, eh?
Shut it, Paimon.
Hola, bestia.
Doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King.
Oye, ¿qué?
Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
¿Qué les pasa a esta gente? Está muy agresiva. Me encanta.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes.
Hola.
We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Penetraremos.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison.
Mis ojos.
If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
¿No crees que es muy obvio?
What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Scarlet, like the Scarlet that you mentioned? No.
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
Oh.
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast.
Hmm?
I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case,
Hola, Verde.
vouch for their honesty
Espera.
with my right arm.
Apuesto mi brazo derecho por la honestidad de estas personas. Bro, esa captura vale oro. Dame eso. Bro. Esta toma es que... Uff.
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
La visca. Güey, son muy agresivos.
Not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your
Ay, cabrón. Ay, cabrón.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
¿Qué?
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Wow. Esta historia me está teniendo al filo de la silla, ¿eh?
I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Estúpida. No vuelvas a asustarnos así.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
XD.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
Él es así.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Todos regresan a la aldea. Chingada madre. Pero ¿cuáles son las posibilidades de éxito? ¿Saldrá todo bien? Hay tanta incertidumbre. Y me teletransportaron. Qué desgraciado. Justamente corté el tiempo. ¡Qué justo! Con los demás en la entrada de la aldea.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
A la verde, a la verde. Güey. Dios mío. ¡Ay, cabrón! Vaya. ¿Qué rayos? Dice Instagram de la licántropa. ¿Ya lo ve? Wow, ese desenfoque todo forzado.
They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
No hace falta que lo digas en alto.
Is everything ready?
¿Todo listo?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
De hecho.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Rahman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
¿Qué? ¿Y ahora les vamos a pelear o qué? Oh shit.
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Grandpa!
¿Cómo?
Paimon's dizzy.
¿Ah? ¿Están todos bien?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
No hay duda. Por fin me crees.
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no, he's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the Scarlet King!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict.
Como que cuidado con la cabeza.
The Lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
XD.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
I thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being, or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Nara Croft. ¡Qué estupidez! ¡Qué estupidez! La neta, qué estupidez. Control H. Listo. Ah, su madre, qué estupidez. Arriba. Ruinas misteriosas, el elemento recomendado, fuego, electro y hielo. El electro me lo van a dar con sino, ¿verdad? En todo caso. ¿Quién necesita a un zongle? La verdad sí necesito un zongle. Dentro.
There's still a long road ahead.
You want to learn some?
No. el ángulo de la cámara, ¿eh? De 10. Bueno, vamos a suponer que no necesitamos el escudo.
It's full of life here.
Mm-hmm.
This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside.
En efecto.
Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Raman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from the Scarlet King civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Hake.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
Yeah.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Lo dejaron en jaque, ¿eh? ¿Quién necesita el tonto Texas? What? Sigue adentrándote en las ruinas, ok. ¿Qué es esto? Ok. Y no me dieron al tonto sino, cabrón. Al tonto sino. Bueno, ya. Dice, le di un putazo a mi mouse y volvió a funcionar. Engineer Gaming. Y sí que mamada. ¿Mirar? ¿Qué es esto? Alza tu mirada como mortal hacia el salón y escucha la guía divina del Rey Deshret. Alza tu mirada. Ya, estos son como los acertijos esos de... Esto mueve todo. Esto mueve los dos de allá, ¿verdad? O esto mueve todo igual. No, ahí está. Alza la mirada y ¿qué? ¿Para qué? Ok. Dice... Vlad, por favor. Ya, pero le estaba fallando mi clic izquierdo. Activar ascensor. Bueno, para que baje de nuevo, ¿no? Para no quedarme sofloqueado.
Time to scout. Beg for mercy.
¿Nueva música de batalla?
Crush.
Nueva música de batalla, bro. No puedo treparme por ahí, ¿verdad? Ven. No ataques, solamente ven. Chinga la madre. No le bajes el volumen, Dios mío, está tan bonita la música. Sigue sonando.
Everybody stand back. Shudder.
Baja.
There is no escape. Beg for mercy. Let's light it up.
No está mal la música de batalla del desierto. No puedo ir por ahí. Extraño.
Off we go.
Tararán. Vaya. No mames.
Shine down! Shudder!
Scatter! Propagate! Scatter!
Illusion shattered!
¿Se murió? Chararán. Oh shit.
There is no escape! Why do they never miss? I'm going in! Ha! Ha! Good grief! Beg for mercy. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Let's light it up! Ha! Shudder!
Me recuerda a otros muchos juegos de así de desierto, ¿sabes? Tras 6 días de infiltración en el templo, por fin comprendo los trucos de feria de esos sacerdotes. El ascensor descenderá hasta el piso inferior. Móntate en su techo antes de que sube. ¿Cómo? Divina presencia. Oh. Ok, más o menos le entiendo. El monito este me tira confeti. Creo que lo hice mal. Oye, no se ve, maldita sea. Y esas cosas.
Scatter! Germinate! Let's light it up! Teamwork is strength! Inazuma shines eternal!
Ok. Apagar. Encender. Cuestión de tiempo. ¿Y luego? Que bajo nuevamente. ¿Qué sentido tiene volver a bajar? Oh shit. Está yendo mucho más abajo ahora.
Oh, now that's a sight to see. The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
¿Mm? Secretos del desierto ardiente. Oye, y estoy con Lumin. No puedo atacar. No puedo hacer nada, de hecho. Ni saltar. Ni correr. Ni caminar. Qué hermosa vista. No puedo saltar, maldita sea, sí es cierto. Me voy a quedar aquí entonces. No puedo ni siquiera acercar la cámara. No, sí puedo.
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
¿LOL? ¿Bills, el dios de la destrucción?
Wait.
Esperen.
What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
Parece una tumba.
Oh, these are Scarlet King runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala.
Kasala?
His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20
A la
pages
a la
before they
bestia, la...
graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
¿Qué? ¿Ah? Ah, es en la caja.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Cinemática.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor.
Qué fuerte, ¿eh?
Desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep.
La reina mayor
The desert
es
cling no longer to past
la reina
grievances,
menor.
but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Es la misma persona.
The priest's
Más
memories.
plot twist.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
La reina mayor Rukkhadevata vino a salvar al rey Deshret y a su pueblo, pero para eliminar el conocimiento prohibido necesitó mucho poder. Los seguidores de ambos dioses siempre se han odiado, ignorantes de que sus dioses se apoyaron mutuamente ante la vida y la muerte.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. The Scarlet King's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans, fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking...
Bueno, eso es cierto.
Suddenly now my enemy.
Muy difícil cambiarle el pensamiento.
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Mientras Rama se calma, se toman un tiempo para explorar el templo. La reacción de Rama es normal a cualquiera creyente que le había costado aceptar lo que él acaba de pasar. Pasar o pensar.
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it.
Ya, va a ser complicadito,
Be easy.
Sí.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
Las cosas cambiaron para bien.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
¿Sí, no? Entonces, ¿sí no es un descendiente del sacerdote?
Stop yelling.
A la verdad. Perro.
More speed.
No puedo ir más allá, ¿verdad? Ok. Listo. Ay, ay, ay. 3 horas. Uf, si no me hubiese detenido en la tarde, ya llevaríamos 6 horas de streaming, ¿saben? Dirígete a la base de los eremitas. Ahorita voy. 160. Pregunta. Deme un momento mientras voy a investigar unas cuantas cositas a la vez. Déjeme ver una cosa. No tardó mucho. Veamos. Character. Nada, ¿verdad? Nada. ¿Qué tanto están tardando? Ya deberían de tener ese dato. Vamos con esta de aquí. No, aquí no es. Es acá, ¿verdad? Mira, hay spoilers. Ah, no. Ya, vaya a tener que farmear eso, pero no nada de... Nada de nada, nada de nada, nada de nada. Pero no dice que debería de farmear. Interesante. Bueno, aún no hay info de qué prefarmear, ¿saben? Bueno. Entonces, vamos un momento a hacer lo siguiente. Vamos a los artefactos que estoy seguro que me van a hacer falta. Y vamos a sacar la resina. Podría ir directamente a sacar con... Bueno, no importa. Espérate.
A walk would be nice.
More speed.
Estoy mal ubicado de momento. Me puse en posición de ver películas, ¿sabes? O sea, a un lateral del escritorio.
You are not welcome here. Order guide you.
Shine down. Crush. Freeze to the
Chinga su madre.
I'm getting sick of this. Ha! Rack and ruin.
Now testing my patience. Stabilize.
Illusion shattered.
Regret.
Cuatro. Solamente dame algo de tiempo. Oh. Oh, por Dios. La defensa la caga, pero puede que sea buena copa. Ahorita lo descubriremos. Salir de lo mismo. Puede que sea buena copa. Veamos. De estas de daño dentro solamente tengo una, así que... Sí, una. Esta de aquí porque ya. Esta de aquí la que me acaba de salir. Y esta de aquí ¿qué? Fortalecer. De hecho, ¿y si quemamos alguno de los que tenemos por ahí? ¿Dónde están esos artefactos? Aquí están. ¿Es este? Incluso para vida ese sirve. ¿Es este? Está bueno, de hecho. ¿Es este? Daño crítico, ataque y maestría. Está bueno, güey. ¿Es este? ¿El quemo? Vida, probabilidad crítico y ataque. Creo que va a ser este. Chinga su madre. Pum. Maestría elemental. Ok, te lo compro, pero me esperaba probabilidad de críticos. Te lo compro, está bien, va. Maestría elemental con un coso de maestría elemental, un set de maestría elemental. No está mal, no está mal. Está bien. Además, Nahida saca probabilidad de críticos desde la maestría elemental, así que podría ser en Verme. Continuemos, que creo que vamos más o menos por 2/3 de la misión, de esta versión, de la misión principal de Arconte. 2/3.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
¿Culpables?
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Hmm?
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
La Virgen.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost!
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play
La voz toda distorsionada esa,
really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
¿Puedo preguntarles algo?
Be my guest.
Los sabios están intentando crear un nuevo dios, ¿no es así? ¡Oh, la bestia!
Sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything.
¡La bestia! Los tomó por sorpresa, en serio. Eso no es solo una elegante metáfora, lo estás diciendo en serio, ¿cierto?
How did you know?
¿Cómo lo sabes? Oh, por Dios.
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, do you wish to create a god?
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of Academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge
Vaya, sí que están trabajando bastante, ¿eh? Todo está relacionado, obvio.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
Pero la creación final de los sabios no será la reina mayor Rujadevata. La creación final de los sabios es escaramucia. ¿Directamente?
You must have noticed by now. The academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Vaya.
And what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the academia has never treated her as a god. When the academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's Gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Incluso en una situación como esta se niegan a reconocer a la reina menor Kusanali. Nunca imaginé que una divinidad se le podría someter a algo tan cruel.
Alright, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Pum. Nada. Hola. Bueno, ya. Patuis. Es un cofre grande, ¿eh?
Work time! Solidify!
I'm going in! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
You can't run from death.
Let's light it up!
Harden battle! Counterattack!
Shine down! Shudder! Here to play with everybody stand! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Get careless.
¡Ah, chinga!
Let's light it up!
No, te había muerto ya.
Off we go! It's a miracle!
¿Negocios con amigos?
Adventure time.
Hola, 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 hola.
Happy to oblige. Go ahead. There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let lighter they never miss. Yeah. Let's light it up.
Let's end this quickly. Yes, this is it.
Qué tontería. Ni siquiera las diarias he terminado, ¿eh? Aguas. ¿Qué hora es? Las 11. ¡Wow! Está tardando un montón eso, ¿eh?
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy.
Después de lo que ha pasado, no es raro estar triste. La reina menor Kusanali, que ha hecho tanto por todos, no es más que una causa perdida abandonada en el santuario Surasthana por la academia. ¿Qué? Y las personas a las que protegía nunca pensaron que pudiera haber una niña arconte en este mundo.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
Me gustaría compartir con ustedes lo que sé.
So you were still withholding some information?
Sí, lo siento, tenía mis razones, pero ahora sé que estamos juntos en esto. Mientras conversan, Candace y Paimon traen comida y té. Deji parece muy relajada, como si no le hubiese afectado la pesada conversación. Así no se le ve muy solemne, parece haber tomado una decisión sobre algo, siempre fiel a sus creencias y en busca de lo correcto, parece haber... no sé qué. Alhancén también muestra su disposición a escuchar. Después de eso, cuentas toda la historia, compartes todas tus experiencias, emociones y secretos vividos en Sumeru. Compartir esa información con ellos significa que ahora todos son aliados y... dejen leer, desgraciados. A ver, para empezar, Paint. Oh shit. Ya va a empezar el explorador a fallar. Después de eso, cuentas toda la historia, compartes todas tus experiencias, emociones y secretos vividos en Sumeru. Compartir esta información con ellos significa que ahora todos son aliados y que de hoy en adelante luchan por un objetivo en común. Y en el texto anterior decía... Así no se le ve muy solemne, parece haber tomado una decisión sobre algo, siempre fiel a sus creencias y en busca de lo correcto, parece haber encontrado una respuesta. Interesante. ¿Más spoilers? Pues nada. Por aquí. Ok. Continuemos. Aunque hemos vivido todo eso de primera mano, se siente súper extraño oírte hablar de ello otra vez. Eso es todo lo que hemos vivido hasta ahora en Sumeru.
What a whirlwind of a story. I Felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I had anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
No importa lo que nos espere, lo daré todo. Me esforzaré al máximo ante todo lo que nos espere.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
¡Buah! ¿Aquí se acaba? ¿Eso es todo de esta versión? No hay acción, no hay una pelea, no hay... No puedo evitar sentirme decepcionado un poquito por el tema de que no ha habido una batalla como tal. Pero, ok, lo entiendo. Ya estaba durando bastante, de hecho, la verdad. La verdad, sí, ya estaba durando bastante.
Don't rush. This is a big undertaking, and the planning and preparation for what lies ahead will no doubt take some time. Take it slowly. We need to make sure the plan is as effective as possible.
He's starting to read his book again. Hey, are you even listening?
Would you like me to lend you something?
No way! Your books aren't quite to Paimon's tastes.
I was joking. I know my books are far too difficult for you, and I have no intention of lending them out.
Ugh, you're so annoying!
You must let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Though I cannot leave our village, I can't help but feel stirred when I see the looks in your eyes. I've never felt as roused as this when fighting alone in the past. I suppose this must be the power of camaraderie.
The past few days have been some of the most challenging work I've ever taken on. And none of it'll earn me a single mora. I can't believe it.
LOL.
Look on the bright side, dear. Maybe we'll get a huge reward after this is all over.
You've got a point. Hey, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend?
Comida.
Paimon would buy boatloads of tasty snacks.
Comida.
That's it?
That's it?
And maybe some tasty drinks as well?
How adorable.
Qué adorable.
Well, here's to all our indulgent fantasies. If there's a chance they can come true, I'll give it my best shot. And here's hoping that everything we do from now on will change this world for the better.
Vaya, vaya, Dejea.
In the past, I never imagined that even the gods could suffer from hardship. If we can find a way to change all of this, will this nation become a better place?
Interesante pregunta.
Hello there. Is there anything you need?
Interesante pregunta. Tengo que hacer mis misiones diarias. Y yo creo que voy dejándolo por aquí. Han sido 3 horas más 2 horas y media. Bueno, 3 horas y media más 2 horas y media. Supongo que se complementan las 6 horas perfectamente. Así que... De hecho, vamos a salir de aquí. Estoy seguro que si salgo de aquí y vuelvo a entrar, ya no los encontraré. ¿Verdad? ¿Me darán una misión extra? No. Sería genial si los volviera a encontrar, ¿saben? No, no están. Ya se han ido todos. Me parece perfecto. Así se queda esto. Está en... changos. Qué triste. Qué triste porque sí quería algo más, ¿saben? Sí quería algo más. Bueno, el día de mañana jugaremos la misión de Sino. Así que... ese será nuestro extra. Y hay que ver si después de la misión de Sino... urgente. Mercader de Mondstadt. Alquilar un erudito en la academia. Lleven desaparecidos en el desierto un buen tiempo. Quiere que un aventurero avesado acepte este encargo. Confíe si tanto asociado como las imágenes. Desierto. Vamos a investigar. Bonifaz. Y todavía se encuentra en la aldea en el poder de la corriente. Ok. Esto. ¿Cómo te sientes ahora, Catherine? ¿Y cómo me siento? ¿Estaba enferma o algo así? Lo siento, no puedo acordarme de lo que pasó, pero ya estoy aquí en una sola pieza. Parece que no fue nada. Así que no lo recuerda. ¿La habrán reemplazado por una nueva marioneta? Vaya, el nuevo diálogo ese, ¿eh? Ay, este juego es increíble. No te puedo creer.
Off we go.
LOL. Y parece que sí, esas son las dos únicas. Yes. Sí, esas son las dos únicas misiones de Arconte. ¡Changos! ¡Me dejaron a medias! ¡Me dejaron a medias! ¡Chingados! Ni modo. ¡Qué triste! Bueno... fue mucho contexto, al final de cuentas, de lo que está pasando en Sumeru. Encerraron a la reina menor Kusanali. Y eso para mí fue una excusa para no presentarla en la 3.1, ¿saben? O tal vez ya tenían diseñado De hecho, ¿por qué no me mejor voy a...? Ya tenían diseñado esa historia. Y no querían meter toda la historia de golpe en la 3.1 para forzar a sacar al personaje, a la reina menor Kusanali. O en el caso de como personaje jugable, Nahida. Esto va a ser un... Esto de aquí va a ser un dominio de la cruzada. Una batalla contra escaramucia. Van a ver. Así como lo es el de la Shogun. Así va a ser este de aquí. Porque ahí es donde está encerrada Kusanali, ¿verdad? Y ahí es donde también está donde también está el prototipo de escaramucia. Pues, wow, qué interesante. Me han dejado en momentos hiatus, pero así muy mal pedo, güey. Pero venga, la historia... Es que qué mal que la hayan dejado hasta ahí. Quiero más. Pirámides y mazmorras. Comprende los hechos del pasado a través de las últimas palabras del sacerdote del Rey Deshret. Completa el Rey Deshret y los 3 peregrinos. Ay. En fin. Amiguitos, esto ha sido todo por hoy. Ha estado cargada de cambios, de plot twist, que al final pues han terminado en bien, supongo. ¿Por qué tengo tan poco espacio en el SSD? Eso no tiene sentido. Pero venga, sigo diciendo, qué mal que hayan dejado a medias lo que sucede en esta versión, bueno, en el lore de Sumeru. Pero igual, es que ya se estaba haciendo bastante largo, ¿no? Ay. Oigan, musiquita, ¿no? Musiquita para despedirnos. Pero... eso significa que la 3.2 va a estar potentísima, ¿eh? Y hay algo que me va a sacar también de onda. El festival de Mondstadt. ¿Qué tiene que ver? Pasamos de un momento ahorita de momentos hiatos, de estar tan tensos por lo que está pasando y por lo que le está sucediendo a Kusanagi, para irnos de fiesta a Mondstadt. Es un polo opuesto, ¿sabes? Estamos en suspenso para pasar a alegría. Es que no tiene sentido. Qué caótico, ¿eh? Qué caótico. En fin, yo me voy retirando, amiguitos. Espero que les haya gustado el streaming del día de hoy. Los 2 streamings que hemos tenido el día de hoy. Ahí nos vemos mañana con la historia de Tignari. Me digo, de Sino. Me quedé con lo de Tignari, ¿eh? En fin. Ahí se ven. Hasta mañana.